What's going on, good people? It's me, Mr. Blazers. And what I'm going to share with you today is I'm going to give you the Adam and Eve thing the right way it should be given. Because this is going out to all you young ladies growing into womanhood. Because you're not a woman until you have a baby. Until you use your womb for what your womb was created for, to create. Until then, like I said, I had some fucked up shit that happened. But we'll just say that's technology. Technology is not gonna really do what you wanted to do when you really, really wanted to do it. Especially when you're trying to lay up there and put something real good out in the atmosphere when you're doing it. So like I said again,
Is that coffee?
it glitched me, but that's part of life. We got glitches in our life. Shit happens. Just like for me to be in the wheelchair. I did something stupid, and stupid shit happens. You do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. I won the prize of being a paraplegic. But I say this to you and everyone that's hearing me right now. This is nothing compared to what could have been. I look at everything in life for what it really is. It's part of life. And you just gotta go on with life after anything happens to you in your life. Why? Because if you're not living it right, that's part of the repercussion that you have in your life for the bad shit that you put out. I'm just saying. I said this here was gonna be for the ladies, and it's simple. I want you ladies to reboot the original computer, which is your brain, and I want you to think to yourself who you are. And when I say I want you to think to yourself who you are the queen bee. Now we gonna go to the beginning of this thing, from what it was to what it is and what it can be. It started off with the love of unconditional love, the feeling created from nothing but a creator that loved unconditionally to create a human being with their own consciously thinking. So when the creator created the human being from Mother Earth, which the creator allowed Earth to create. Because when I say the creator allowed Earth to create, Mother Nature had to be consumed by not just the creator's presence. It was still that Mother Earth was tainted with evil's presence. So like I said again, the creator created this thing from nothing but a feeling of unconditional love for a human being to have life and free will to will their lives back to the creator, which is the feeling love, right, not wrong. The creator is all right and divine light that guides you right through the night or the daylight. Like I say, through the nights or the daylight. Because I'm just saying, the creator is in you to create something out of nothing. Not just for yourself, because anything that you create within the love of unconditional love is for everybody else. I'm just saying, consciously thinking people, it's time to use your conscience to start thinking. Because a lot of you are thinking you're thinking consciously, but you're thinking on the wavelengths of what you've been taught to think. So it's time to open your eyes up and see the creator for who the creator really is. And it's not this bullshit God bullshit that is what it is. It was man made to confuse the human being to not know who the real creator is. And it is you. Because the Creator gave you life. When you move after the angels that's assigned to you from the Creator, when you move in the beginning of your day to create that spark to use free will to move, is the Creator in you, shaking you to do what you're supposed to do. And that's right. I ain't saying right and wrong. I saying that's right. One way. Right. Not left behind. Right. Yes, there is a left and there is a right, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So we saying right with no wrong. Because the Creator does no wrong. The Creator knows all, and is all for you. But the truth is in you, for you to create too. The Creator is only going to nudge you to do the right thing. It's all on you. The greatest Creator from the creation of all, the human being. So I say back to the Adam and Eve. Adam and Satan got together to trick Eve to eat the apple, thinking that Eve was going to get kicked out of the garden for eating the apple. So Adam and Satan could have the garden for themselves. Now, do you see that kind of like being what the fuck is going on right now? Man is trying to be the woman. Man is being with man. And it's okay for man to be with man. I ain't even saying about the woman. I'm just saying it's being said that it's okay for man to be with man. And this was okay by another man that was supposed to be a man, but was really a plant as half a man, and not just half a man as in a whole man by nature, but a half a man as in a homosexual president. And then to top it all off, for him to come in here and change what love, the unconditional feeling, created as something that you don't do, for him to come in office and change what is right and true to same-sex marriage, and that's what you do. Come on. The Creator love, the feeling in you, should have knew exactly what to do when they first came here with that bullshit, top of the lie came with shit. We should have known exactly what to do. But you wasn't using the Creator inside of you. You just allowed this shit just to go through. And we as people, we are doing it too. Allowing shit just to go through when we supposed to stand up against the untrue. And I'm talking about with your life, and that's the truth. Because when I explain to everybody exactly what happened to me, when what happened to me 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when I explained to them exactly how bad this whole situation was because I was telling the truth and somebody else was telling lies, when I explained to them how I was plotting to kill the mayor and all the council members, and I ended up overdosing on my medication because I wasn't thinking correctly, to die, to wake up in my vomit, sweat, piss, and everything, still be what? Alive? I'm just saying. Think about it. This is as real as I'm telling you right now. I'm not playing about what the truth really is. I know from where I come from to be here still, consciously mind and thinking. The things that I done been through, the strongest mind couldn't even comprehend. But I am here consciously thinking from the Creator which is inside of me, with the light that's embedded in me, that I'm about to show the world to see. That my heart that the Creator first gave me to shape my life, for me to still be here to see what the truth really is. So all of you out there that's listening to me, the truth is the truth, and y'all gonna see, because Mr. Glasses is gonna show y'all so y'all can see. Because I'm going to have a pedestal to stand on. Even though I sit down because of what happened to me March the 5th, I could have been put in the ground. I could have died when a paramedic stopped my ambulance en route to the hospital after I called 911. And after I reported this bullshit, they ass should have been done. But these guys wasn't recommended. These guys didn't have nothing happen to them. And that's the reason why this shit is still happening to me right now with all this bullshit. But this bullshit ceases today. Because come Tuesday at the council members, I'm going to have something really real to say. I'm going to explain to them what happened to me on that day. Just to let them know how deeply jeopardized their life was in on that day that I overdosed on my medication. Because I don't know exactly where my mind would have went to all the death and devastation that went through my mind when I was creating madness towards some other people. So when I get to explain this here to the mayor council members about what happened to me 6 years ago to lead up to it still happening to me today, because when I explained to them for what happened to me inside the hospital after going to at least 3 different other hospitals, to go to the hospital and be sent home, to be admitted in the hospital because of my primary doctor. When I went to my primary doctor, but I'm going all over the place. Let's go back to that story of the Adam and Eve. In that story of the Adam and Eve, it goes like this. Ladies, don't think this is your fault. This is all Adam's fault. Because Adam realized that he could never be as close to his creator as you are to the creator, because you are a creator yourself, Eve. And I'm saying to you, ladies, this is the real. If you sit there and think about the Middle East, and you think about the rights that a woman have in the Middle East, you think about the things that can happen to a woman in the Middle East when you look at they have to cover their faces. They have to cover their faces, and they don't have no say-so, and they are the queen bee. That just goes to show you that those dirty, stinking Arab motherfuckers, yes, I did say motherfuckers because there is no such thing as a curse word unless you cursing the creator. So fuck whoever feel like my language is exclusive, because this is some exclusive language for the way that I feel. I love all human beings unconditionally, but this is how I really feel. That's some stanky ass European stank or Iranian funky having their own store smelling like them stinking people. I'm sorry. If they think that this is a sexual appeal to a woman, to a man, yes, that's because man made it that way with his stinking ass. The motherfucking Middle Easterns made it that stinking way with their stinking ass. Because think about this. A woman is just like a rose. She's beautiful in all ways, colors, and shapes and sizes. I'm just saying. But it's going to be always a beautiful smelling rose. It ain't going to never be no stinking rose. Like a stinking Arab man thinking that his must is what gravitates a woman to his stinking ass. I guess it would gravitate a woman to his stinking ass if his stinking ass stank just that fucking bad, and that's all she know is his stinking ass. And I'm like this here, and that's all in love, because that's something for someone to have a stinking ass like a lot of those Arabs are some stinking motherfuckers. Because every time I think about the shit that y'all do to a woman could be stoned to death if she had sex out of wedlock, but a man can have sex with another man and nothing happens to him. Fuck you, stinking ass men that think that you're all a man when you think you're better than a woman. You ain't shit. Let me tell you what y'all, man. You ain't nothing but a motherfucking conscious worker fucking bee. You just didn't want to do your fucking job for what you supposed to have been. That is the reason why this shit is all fucking twisted, is because of you stink ass man. And I'm talking about the ones that call themselves a fucking man, but you ain't. If you don't see that queen bee for what that queen bee is, I don't give a fuck what she be, how fucked up she is. If she fucked up, it's because of a fucking man. I don't give a lovely fuck if a woman was to tarnish that woman that still came from some fucking dirty, funky ass man that think he's a man. Because I know who the real men are. That's that man that will put his life on that star. And that star is that queen bee. Because like the ants do for the queen, like the bees do for the queen, we got Mother Earth, we got Mother Nature. Now we swing it all the way back from what do all nature do for the queen to what do man do to the queen. Queen bee, think about what I'm saying and think about how strong that bee is to man. When man changed to love, the unconditional feeling, the name to God, that's when man changed. Man used his own free will from what the Creator gave him to do, but not with his free will. But the Creator is so beautiful and divine in the light of the will, to the point where her will always be done. Even if you do wrong, it's still done. But it's done by your free will to do it wrong. Because the free will that I'm saying you give back to the Creator that is you, that created you, that makes you who you are, in every senses that makes you be. I'm talking about constantly thinking. The same Creator that created you and me. You just gotta know what's right and what's wrong. So back to what I was saying about this dirty, sorry, stinking ass man. When you look at all the things that man did in the beginning of this land, was fucked up. Man was the first man to put man in captivity. Because when you think about, even in the caveman days, they had something they did to women that was bullshit for me to see. In caveman days, they said that the caveman did watch a woman, slumped her over the fucking head with a motherfucking club, and then pulled her away by her hair. And then raped her to have a fucking baby from her. Do you see any love in that there? This whole thing was built on unconditional love, the feeling created from nothing but a Creator that have unconditional love for his creations, and just was willing for his creations to just love it back unconditionally, for free, willingly. I'm just saying. Queen bees, man ain't shit but to donate it to you, baby, because you are the queen motherfucking bee. Now back to that man, sorry, stank ass. The Creator that created this all from the love, unconditionally, the feeling. I'm just telling the truth to y'all. When man changed the name from love to God, that's when you can lay up there and see all kind of gods. They got a God for this, they got a God for that, but then you see this here. In that book that was created for you to feel. All the evil that was in that book to feel was just there, made to control you out of fear. So I'm just saying, reboot the original computer, which is your brain. And then I guarantee you, I won't have to be saying, then you'll understand. Because yes, I am standing over you trying to beat this in your brain. Yes, I am using that slave term of understand. But I'm not using it to the point where you're not doing it right. because you don't understand, because you know that you're not supposed to be doing it for free. I'm doing it to you because I'm doing it for free. You know it's free, but you don't want to get it. But I'm still going to give it until you do get it. I'm not me. Because I'm doing this here with no material motive, but I want you to see that the truth is the light that created us all to be. Because I'll say it again. You don't even know the reason why you say, Our Father who art in heaven, Father God this, Father God that, God He gave me this, God He gave me that. Let me tell you why you say that. You say that in the repetition of that you was taught that. But when I tell you that God has no fucking power whatsoever, motherfucking ever, that word that was created by man to say it as the God, and you constantly lay up there and you're using that, it has no power. So how are you praying to a motherfucking God that you don't even know that would allow you to even go through that? The bullshit that you go behind that God that you praising that man gave to you. Look how you do that. When the creator is all love, unconditional, without all the fucking killing and the hating. That's not in that.
Self-employed. You're probably keeping track of the miles you drive.
So like I said again, to all you conscious thinking people, if you want to be true with the creator, you got to cut out all this bullshit thinking with these other people. Man created all this bullshit to twist us all up. Because I can give y'all something that's going to really fuck y'all up. Like that letter, like that word Y. Let me give you that Y so you can see the Z. That Y is you, I, long, with your hands out to the left and to the right. That's you. That one letter, Y. Because you don't know the real truth to what's right. And those of you who do know the truth of what's right, fuck all the bullshit, comment on what the fuck I'm talking about. If y'all do know what the truth is and how right it is to be the righteous of the right. Yeshua, y'all call him Jesus, I just say Messiah. Yes, he was sacrificed. Because of blood sacrifice had to come in for all the bullshit that man was doing with his funky ass life. When you come to look at Sodom and Gomorrah. And then when you look at Sodom and Gomorrah, and then you come back and look at all the rest of the bullshit that went with Sodom and motherfucking Gomorrah, you look at what Mother Nature and Mother Earth did to Sodom and motherfucking Gomorrah, because that wasn't love, the unconditional feeling, the creator of all that did that. Because she wouldn't destroy any creations that she created, because she wouldn't do that. She's all love, baby. No destruction. Because right is right and ain't no wrong in that. Destruction is wrong. When you destroy anything, that's destroyed. And that's that. So back to being constantly thinking about what you need to be thinking on in conscience is the truth. And that's the love and the condition of the creator that created you and me. And all that you see. And all the senses that creates you to be. And I'm just telling you that. Because I died 4 times. To be able to give you 4 periods from your life to beginning to ending. To tell you the 4 things that happened to me March the 5th, 2014, 2013. To tell you that they had 4 paramedics in the paramedic ambulance when they did it to me again August 27, 2013 to shut up all the fucking complaining. To say that it happened to me 4 times last year, to be told that even with my word ain't shit. Even having their words on tape, my word don't mean shit. This would happen to me with the paramedics. Out of all of different times that I was treated like not a human being. But back to this Adam and Eve and the true thing about man. So when you go back to why everything's so twisted upside down, it's all because the man don't want to be a man. He wants to be a fucking clown. Because a man don't want that woman to come back into him and make him whole. Because if you look at that sexist Bible, you will really know. Where are the women that put those men together to make the motherfucking men that they was to be in the Bible, to say anything good about anything in the Bible, man? Where the women at? You always hearing something about some funky ass man. That balance right there shows you what the truth is. It ain't about the funky ass man. It's about the queen bee, baby. This the whole story. It's about the queen bee, baby. When you look at that old stanky man, you tell me, what was the motivation for man to do this? What was the motivation for man? What was the motivation for man to lay up there and give birthday to the baby and throw bone out the window? What I mean by that is, the woman did the 9 months. I'll break it down to you from my 4 periods of life. When your mama miss her period, she goes to the doctor. And that's the beginning of your life, when the doctor shows her you on a sonogram. That dot right there, period, is his life. And then you live in life. And then you die in life. And then you're dead on a death certificate, period. Your life is over. That's right. And then I told you I got 4 words starting with L, ending with E, summing your life up from beginning to ending. And the first word is life. Live, love, leave. I say it again to you in a slow mode. I told you I have 4 words starting with L, ending with E, that sums our life up from beginning to ending, just like you start off as a period of life, and you have 4 of them to the ending of your life, from beginning to the ending to be here. So here's the 4 words, 4 letters, starting with L, ending with E. No, I didn't say 4 letters. Just 4 words starting with L, ending with E. Life, live, love, leave. Life, live, love, leave. 1 word, 4 letters. That sums it up for how we ended up to be here. L-O-V-E. Peep me out. Life, live, love, leave. L-O-V-E. Life, live, love, leave. L-O-V-E. Unconditional love. You see, that was what created us to be here. I'm just saying, this is what I got out of the light after dying 4 times and going back in it twice, to know when I came out that I can't do nothing but live it right, because I have no wrong. I have no wrong. I see nothing but right. And that's my favorite song. I'm just saying, I'm Mr. Glasses. Say, oh. almost forgot. I didn't finish you off with you don't know why you say Father God, God, He did this, and not just a repetition. It's almost embedded in your DNA, but you need to lay up there and reboot the original computer and then scrub your DNA. So, like I was saying, I say she because I've been saying he too long. But when I say I've been saying he too long, Father He, God He, knowing that the divine light of creation, which is the light of the unconditional love, the feeling, which is the spark that's in us all. It's neither man nor woman, black nor white. So how can I ever drop this ball when she told me, I want you to take on Mr. Glass because the things I'm going to show you, you wouldn't be able to see with your naked eyes because you wouldn't believe it. So now that I see, I'm just giving y'all everything I see so y'all can possibly see it. So when she said, let there be light, she activated the first sun. And that's spelled S-U-N. The U is a whole circle because it's the first sun. Now I say that slower for you. She created the first sun. Literally. S-U-N. The U is a whole circle cut in half. Because that was the first part of the sun. Because the other half come from the other part of earth. And now we done. So the first sun is spelled S-U-N, but the whole circle is because the U is half, and it's the first sun. And the second son was birthed from Mother Earth, which was a birth, but it was a tainted birth because Earth was already tainted with evil from Satan being cast down from the heavens. Now you got the third birth would be Yeshua. Y'all call him Jesus. We'll just say the Messiah. He was birthed through the birth canal, the proper way, through the porthole of that woman's womb. So I just want you to think about those births, and you won't see no man participating in any one of those creations that began it all. Like I said again, reboot the original computer, which is the brain. Queen Bees. It's all on you. You're the truth. You just got to be who you are. The true creator here on earth, constantly thinking about what you're creating and who you're creating it for. You're not just creating it for the love of the creator, which is in you. You gotta love the creation that you create way more than you, because you brought it. I'm sorry, you brought the baby into this world. So back to that stanky ass man. Did you hear how I broke that down? From when the Creator said, let there be light, she activated the first son. And when you look at Mary, not only being touched by the Holy Ghost, Mary birthed the Holy Ghost. So imagine how Mary felt not being penetrated with a penis. I'm just saying, people. This is the truth. And I'm going to never be done. Because I'm eternal, baby. Coming out the light for that fourth time. Knowing that I can't do no wrong, only right. I know now it ain't my time. And I don't even much have to fight. Because this is our playground, people. We are not supposed to be enslaved on this planet. When you look at the technology that man has overcapacitated, that man has created from nothing, We have enough technology for everybody to live so free to the point where you don't have to go to work you want to. I say again, you wouldn't have to go to work, you would want to go to work. That's how much someone else have and someone else has nothing. I know not. I'm not a believer. I know not. I'm an upscale and an achiever. And I didn't go to college to owe nobody about that. I can't even read or write. But I love technology because it's giving me a good fight. Because if I didn't have voice recognition, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that I do when I write what I write on Facebook. When I do what I do for you, unconditionally. Because I love y'all more than I love my own. Because I know the strength for loving you and not knowing you more than I love the ones that I know. Because it's not right for me to love the ones that I know and pick them out the circle of life, thinking that me, myself, can keep them with life. I gotta leave them in a circle with the rest of the life and just love the whole circle unconditionally because it's because of all of life. I love the way the Creator love, the unconditional feeling has took control of my entire life. Because like I say again, I don't do nothing that I don't think about that's not right. I'm just saying, the love that I have for life is like the Creator that gave me life. If I don't love y'all unconditionally with my love and my life, how can I ever say I'm doing it right? That's how I can say to any one of you out there that's listening to me now. A lot of y'all are only 80% with yourself. And I can show you how. I know this. If you look at the person that you see and judge that person before that person speak, that's the first 10% right there you lost. And I'm just telling you so you can see that. And if you can't hug a person that just did you wrong, just to possibly leave them alone, there go the other 10%. We don't really care. The truth is the truth. It's slippery. So lies ain't supposed to hold on. Lies are supposed to slide off. And the truth is supposed to carry on. That's love unconditionally. Right there. That's love unconditionally. Right there. But not here in Babylon. Here in Babylon, the truth is as twisted as a pretzel stick and twice as salty. For what the truth is in you, try these shoes on for size. With two left shoes, when will you know to go right? And with two right shoes, sooner or later you get left behind. That's why the Creator created balance in you. Just so you don't get left behind. But you gotta be true in you and not leave nobody behind. Even if it costs you your life to pick that person up and bring them with you. That's right. The truth is the truth. And then for you to see that our commander-in-chief okayed same-sex marriage, but the ironic thing of it all is, when you look at love, the unconditional feeling, the creator of everything, when you look at love, and you look at destruction, and you look at, they couldn't go to war and say, we have love behind us to guide us through this war. Because how could you go in a war with love and killing other creations? You gotta have some kind of hate to do that. There is no love in destroying any creation. And that's why I say to you, those of you that say you're 100% with yourself, I can take the whole 20% from you that I gave to you earlier to give you another excuse. About 20% that don't make you 100% and leaving you 80. But I take that whole 20 from you when I can ask you a question and you couldn't explain to me why you ate it. If I asked you, would you eat your neighbor's pet? Your answer will be no. I ask you, would you eat your pet? Your answer will be no. So when I ask you, so why do you eat the creator's pets? Your answer will be, I don't know. But you do know, because you're eating it with free will. You don't have to take a life to keep a life. Because think about that life that you just took. That life can create other lives, but you just stop that life from creating. Do you actually think that that's right? If you really know the Creator, which is the light in life inside of you. Your free will is the only thing for you. I'm just saying, the truth is the truth. You just gotta come to terms that it's all on you. The Creator's gonna nudge you to do right. It's you with that choice to do wrong. Once you old enough to know right from wrong, it's time to sing your own song. It's all about the light and the life in you. You can dim it or you can shine it bright on top of you. Knowing what I know, knowing is the truth. I'll put my head on a chopping board and you can just do what you do. My life is given back to the Creator of me free willingly. Because I know that's the only reason why I can see what I see. And willingly. And articulately be able to speak the way that I speak. It's the Creator in me. I still can't read or write. But like she told me, there's a reason for everything, John. And my reason for you not learning to read, because you are that person that would have read everything there is there to read. And you wouldn't have been able to get your own story to give the Creator unconditional love, the feeling, all the glory, to know that I showed you me. I can cry with y'all right now. Because I get overwhelmed with the emotional feeling of the Creator in me. And I pray And I hug myself. I'm thinking of all of you. Even your cold-hearted souls too. To change your heart. That's where the Creator at. The sparks that gives you the beat to your heart. Every beat is the Creator in you. The first thing that's created in you, for you, that makes you inside of the womb is your heart. That's where all the love come from. Because if you don't have a heart, how can you say you're living your life true? When you don't have the love and the unconditional feeling that the Creator have for you. It hurts me to my heart that a lot of people know the truth but don't want to use it, don't want to exploit it, don't want to tell it. They'd rather just live in this lie. I thank you, love unconditionally, for everything you do. The son, yeah. But back to with that man bullshit. I'm just gonna say this, then I'm gonna go. Man took woman's birthday engagement to the baby and drove on out the window. Man did that because he realized that he'll never be as close to the Creator as woman, because woman is the Creator herself. Man took it another level to want to be a woman, himself. When you allowing a man to go on a major woman's magazine, or when you allow a man to go on a major woman's magazine dressed up like a woman with a penis, that's when things has got completely out of control, to the point where they should not have the one person in control from Jump Street. It should have been not a one together. It should be a two together, as in more than one. Not just the first family. How about all families? That's how the truth goes when it comes to the love unconditionally that the Creator have for us all, which is love unconditionally, the feeling, which is love. That's the Creator's name, not that bullshit man-made name to control us all. God. And that book that they call the Bible. They got some loving things in there from the Creator, but man tarnished it, a lot of the stuff that came from the Creator. When you look at, there's 157 pages taken out of the Bible that shows who the Queen Bee really is. Who show who the Creator, Queen Bee, really is. And it's called the Apocrypha. Do you see how the Creator in me is creating all this here out of nothing but me to be able to tell y'all? I'm not doing this here just to be doing this here. I'm just doing this here to show y'all. Open your eyes up to the truth. Because a lot of people been lying to y'all. And I'm putting my life on the line right here to tell y'all. I'm going out on a limb when I go inside City Hall on Tuesday. I'm not going there with no violence whatsoever on Tuesday. I'm going inside the council's members' City Hall with nothing but unconditional love. And I'm going to look everybody in their eyes and say, how could they allow what happened to me to still be going on to me right now? And that's all I'm going to say after that. And I have proof on audio, video, how it all went down. And it's no bullshit. So I say to all the powers that be, I'm not afraid of you. And y'all going to see. Y'all going to have to definitely put me down. But when y'all do put me down, the world gonna know what went down. And hopefully they'll come around if I have to be that sacrifice to be put down. I don't even care. And when I say I don't even care, I don't care about living. If I gotta die for y'all to live right without this bullshit on the left and to the right, squeezing the life out the circle of life, because I'm going to show you right, because I'm going to die for it. And I'm not going to take my life, but I will give my life willingly and freely for it. So if they were to sacrifice me, they were to lay up there and kill me, assassinate me, because that is the only way they will kill me here on earth. Because I'm eternal, baby. Because I know what the truth is. I don't just believe in the Creator. I know who the Creator is. That's the spark inside of me to be the best creator I could be. All in unconditional love for the world to see that I love you all unconditionally. And I'll never drop this ball. I'm Mr. Glass.